Hey, it's Jeremy Glowacki, Editor-in-Chief of LED Wall Central, and I'm in Brea, California at ViewSonic corporate headquarters. When you think of ViewSonic, you may think of this or this. But what we're going to learn a lot more about today is this, direct view LED solutions from ViewSonic. Shane Roma, Technical Product Manager of Direct View LED, showed us some exciting tech from ViewSonic, including their LDS 138 foldable 138-inch all-in-one direct view portable LED video wall.
All of our products are all-in-one.
Okay.
And that's an important distinction. So all-in-one is a DVLED technology that's going to have the power and the controller all built into it.
Okay.
A traditional LED, that's all going to be separate.
Yeah.
And you need a third-party processor for this. Everything is self-contained. I can even open that up and I'll show you. But okay. It's done because our thing is trying to make these as accessible and simple as possible.
Sure. So what size are we here?
Yeah, so this is a 138-inch.
Okay.
This is our mobile. It actually ships as you see it. So it's going to ship folded up like this. The reason for the folds, aside from shipping it easier, so it's going to be much smaller, is you can fit it through doorways and tight areas and the elevator. So we don't have a freight elevator here. We brought this up on the standard passenger elevator. And so that's the big deal with this. You can put a DVLED on a cart. We sell carts with our traditional DVLEDs, but they're always going to be open. This comes as fully mobile. So when we say mobile, like we mean mobile.
Sure.
But it ships exactly like this. There's no installation, there's no assembly. You take it out of the case, ready to go.
Amazing. Okay.
Plug and play. About as plug and play as it gets.
Okay.
If we were to unfold it, you'll notice, had it not been folded, you would have no idea it could fold.
Right. The
seams just completely disappear on it. So Kenneth was showing it is height adjustable. I won't steal his thunder, but it is height adjustable. And then movable, of course. We have the casters, you can lock them, whatnot.
So how high can we, what's the range of the adjustment?
So I think 8.6 feet, if I'm off the top of my head.
Really?
Actually, if you could, thank you.
Wow.
So we'll go to the top. Yeah, so it can go pretty high, go pretty low. Like it has to go to its lowest when we're like transporting it and things like that. The other thing that I'll show while he's doing that, how we protect against what everyone is going to do for this. They're going to touch it. So one of the improvements we've made over the past year or so, and you'll see us really lean into this, is that all of our DVLEDs, I mentioned are all-in-one, all of them have some sort of protective coating on them that makes them impact resistant. Okay. So in this case, it's called glue on board. And so if you feel it, and you can touch it, it's smooth. So you don't feel the individual LED beads because there's this epoxy coating. Yeah. So if we take that a step further, it's actually impact resistant too. So in these heavy use environments like schools and things like that, as people are pointing at stuff or circling stuff or whatever, it's not going to damage it. Because a lot of times what happens, if you just touch it once, it's probably not going to matter. But when you're doing it over and over again, the LEDs will actually pop out or they'll get pulled out. Right? So since we moved to this glue on board, we talked about the spare tiles. We very rarely have to swap them out now because they're just really, really durable. And then as far as the tech goes, I can actually show you. So this is everything right here. So this power supply, it's the same one that's on the on wall. So that's sending all the power. And then the category cables are what's going to the cabinet. Okay. And then this is where all the video processing is going. So, and there's Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and everything, and that's all contained on here. There's 4 HDMI inputs. And what you're witnessing is out of the box, it will do this quad view. So we don't need a separate processor. Okay. But yeah, this is what would traditionally be several separate pieces that you have to figure out. This is all integrated here, and then the power cable that just plugs into the wall. And since you don't have to assemble this on the mobile one anyways, it all comes pre-wired.
So the reason, obviously, just for if there's a maintenance issue, but there's probably not going to be that many folks accessing that.
No, the only reason you would is to plug in some HDMI. Yeah. But there is a plug. There's actually one. If we go behind here, there's a little cubby where you can put we have a media player in here now that has a 110 and it has a HDMI input here that's just feeding that. But yeah, typically you wouldn't be accessing it. It's pretty set it and forget it kind of thing. So this is rated for like 5,000 plus hinge folds.
You're saying it's rated for the number of times you open and close it?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So we actually did like an improved hinge design here, so it like dampens it, and it's rated for the folds. These are custom cabinets to be able to do this. This hinge is what's helping all this happen, so that when it does close, you don't see the seam and everything still stays aligned. Yep. Whereas this is like a truly unique product.
Right.
So what makes ours unique is it folds to protect the LEDs, but then there's just no assembly.
Okay.
There's a road case that comes in, takes 5 minutes to take it out of the road case, and then
the protective aspect of the folding and the plug and play, just simplicity of it are your badges of. It can be complicated if you're doing it all from scratch. So.
Yep, and intimidating, and that's what we're trying to reduce that intimidation factor, make it more accessible, and make customers think about it when typically maybe they didn't before, that they could have a very large image, and they don't need a projector or a display or.
So I know that just in general, DVLED weight is a question mark in terms of like structure of where you hang and all that. So with mobile, I would imagine weight has to play in that as well, because you don't want it to be super heavy moving it around. So
this is about 500 pounds. So it's not movable, light, but it's not light. So where you have to consider it is like if you're going to go up a ramp, it better be a pretty like gradual incline. But otherwise, if you just want to move it around, as we've got the oversized casters here, it's pretty easy to move.
So how long has this been available in terms of the...
So like I mentioned, this is our 3rd generation. So the concept's been available for a couple years. This particular model was earlier this year. Okay. This is going to be 1080p, believe it or not. We get requests about that, but it actually looks pretty decent. We're much closer than we would typically be. Typically, like this is a 1.5 millimeter pixel pitch, so you'd want to be like 10 plus feet away. And that's really going to be that relationship between like pixel pitch and distance. But the one out there is also going to be 1.5 millimeters. But then it's still glow on board. So still front serviceable.
Oh, nice.
Don't press the button.
You can kind of see how some of this works. This is the power. Right? And then this is going to daisy chain up. This is our 3-in-1 board. So this is what's actually showing the video. And then we've got these 4 tiles that magnetically go on it. Right? And then it's going to connect here and here. And then that's going to show the video. All the processing going to the cabinet's happening from here. And then we've got a wiring diagram. So the other big deal that I should have mentioned before actually is that there's no software needed for this. So you don't have to map anything. Everything is pre-mapped. So for this, the pre-configured, they'll have a wiring diagram when you install it, and it tells you how to connect to all the various cabinets, how to daisy chain, and you don't need any software to do that. Yeah, see? We're good. But that's the kind of damage that can take.
That's so I did that on purpose.
Yeah, totally. Well, no, so a lot of times, this is one thing, but then when you're installing it, stuff like that will happen. And so the fact that you have that durability when you're installing it makes it so you're not going through as many replacements just by installing it and damaging it, because it can take that. So but you'll see it's the exact same. The power supply is over on this side, but it's the same exact board between this and the mobile one. Same thing. This is these are the video that's going. You see everything's labeled, and no image stitching, just hook it up, it's good. It's really that simplicity in our approach to it that makes it different. And again, try to make it so it's not as intimidating, and people who might not have thought that direct view could be an option for them. It is. It's very simple to install. Like I mentioned, it's all that single part number includes all the mounting, everything. The cleat system to put the cabinets on. It's pretty easy to get them all aligned.
Is it just two rows of those cleats?
On this one, yes.
Wow.
I mentioned that this is going to be well within 4 inches, so it's going to be ADA compliant. We do have a kit that allows you to put this control bar behind it. You'll notice it's a little thicker, so the kit does make it stick out a little more. But we're still within the 4 inches. We're like at 3.69 or something like that. We include everything, including the trim kits, which, believe it or not, is not always included. You'll see somewhere it's like exposed here, but we'll include these trim kits. So that's the biggest thing, is as much as it's simplified for direct LED, there still is a bit of expertise that's going to be needed. So we help walk through, and then next month or in December, we're launching our certification program.
Okay.
And so that's where the integrators, the installers can come out here, and then we'll certify them to be able to go out and just do it themselves without needing us.
Nice. Well, that level finish is a unique quality to this particular technology versus anything else I can imagine that they do.
Yeah.
How close are we to you seeing this as a residential option versus obviously a more appropriate commercial, educational, whatever?
No, it's a good question. So residential options do exist. What the commercial is going to favor, though, over residential, and this is the way not just direct view, is going to be reliability. Like that durability and reliability is going to be like the most important thing. We're really focusing more on the commercial market, but there is that kind of more niche market there for residential.
Yeah.
We're feeling very good about. We're feeling pretty good about that market.
Great. Okay. My visit with ViewSonic also included a stop at nearby Cal State Fullerton University, where we met with Willie Peng, Assistant VP of IT, about an impressive ViewSonic DVLED installation at the campus library.
When we realized that ViewSonic has the LED wall, initially we were like, hey, we have very old, in this place at the time, we had a 4x4 46-inch TVs, large screen TVs, commercial TVs. And then throughout the years, it was already getting color disoriented, and then some displays are just turning bad already, right? Yeah. It's very hard to replace one of those 16 units.
You're not solving the problem,
exactly,
you're just making it worse.
Yeah. Initially, of course, when a large display shows up into the commercial space, they're still fairly expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with the collaboration with ViewSonic and partnership, we're able to afford this.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. We're making this room very dynamic, and the video will help us.
What were some of the infrastructure demands from you or your department in terms of getting it specified or set up?
Yeah. Right now, I mean, as far as changing the infrastructure, the way how it is initially it's a 4x4.
Yeah.
So there are, I call this a less power draw, but there's a lot more connectors, right? There's a lot of outlets. So what we have to do is we have to pull those infrastructure out, rerun the circuit, and take out all those brackets, right? And then refurnish with the one that is on this LED wall. But other than that, this room is already configured with this design. So changing from a 4x4 46-inch to an LED wall is not as cumbersome as I would think.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you wanted to maximize the wall space, I'm imagining. It looks like you pretty much used...
This is almost like a 200-inch, which we customize it, because I know ViewSonic has the customized version, and then they also have the pre-built sizing. Yeah. So we went with the customized version because we want to maximize the wall.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there been any surprises in terms of the technology that you weren't really prepared for, or are there any changes that you weren't anticipating, or?
Initially, when we designed it, like, the power outlet, because it's so close to the wall, we need to make the power outlet indented rather than flushed to the wall. So that is something that we learned, and then I think that's something that probably a lot of those folks who are not aware, because if you can actually have a power outlet more on the side, but then that's not aesthetically pleasing. Mm-hmm. So we wanted to be able to kind of put it behind. So we do have to work with the electricians. Hey, can you help us change it to be a indented outlet, so then when we plug the power in, it's not as it doesn't block the connectors.
Sure. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting that you've been able to blend the projectors and direct view LED. Mm-hmm. Do you foresee down the road that replacement kind of concept, whether it's in lecture halls or areas like the library, would be a future plan in terms of replacing projectors? Do you still see projectors play a really important role for certain applications?
Yeah, I think projectors and direct LEDs, they all have their own place. They complement each other rather than competing with each other.
Okay.
There are areas where we feel that projector definitely makes more sense.
Okay.
In certain area like this one, the LED will make sense.
Obviously, budgets are different, right? It's a price difference as well. From start to finish, do you remember how long the project took to? I guess you've got some different pieces because you got to take down and then put up, but
it was probably about 20 some days, so less than a month. I mean, we do have to budget our time because a lot of activities and constructions we want to hand it up during our summertime.
Yeah, sure.
Because this room is heavily used during the semester. So we want to have this done before semester starts. So I think we started in probably somewhere in July, and then we finished before our start of the semester, which is in mid-August.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, that worked out well.
Yeah.
So now that it's been up for almost a year, what have you seen in terms of maintenance requirements, anything yet that you have to be careful about or be aware of in terms of just maintaining and keeping it working at its best?
I do have people who are standing in front of the display says, "Oh, I feel a heat coming."
Yeah. Sure.
But then aside from that, no, I mean we make some minor tweaks on the configurations just because I mean it's a new product that we integrated with the system. So we did ask Extron, which is also our integrator with the controllers, to come back and make some adjustments. Because of the feedback coming from the user, right? I mean, we simplify the configuration so someone could just come over and just, okay, I need this, and then display it out. So some of those config will have to just change to just make it even simpler for us. So faculty can bring their laptop, and then if they want to plug it directly in, they can do that. We have AirPlay, Apple TV set up for them. We have Zoom set up. So whichever modalities or comfort levels that they're using, we try to meet them where they know how to use the equipment and not to say, okay, the equipment has to match.
Yeah. Okay. That's good.
Yeah. So they can come, if it's an Apple TV, they know they have Apple devices, type it in the code, they're done. If they want to set up a Zoom and then they want to do a Zoom sessions, share screen on Zoom, I think that's pretty straightforward. If they want to run a little bit more complex, I mean, the wire is just right there. They can just plug it in, select the input, and then they're done. If they want to run something even more complex, where we do have a desktop in the podium, in the lectern, we can run multi-screens plus this all together.
Sure.
Yeah. So whichever configurations they want to be, they can be as simple as they want to, or that they can be as complex as they want to.
Okay. Another advantage, obviously, is lecturing in front of this. You're not blocking the projected light onto it, even though you can do short throw, applications as well with projectors. But
that's correct.
It's a nice backdrop for an educator up there. So
yeah, and then you're not getting the projector just
in your eyes, right? Yeah. That's great too. Excellent. I see there's been a lot of temptation by the folks using this to touch it. It looks like fingerprints.
Yeah, there's some fingerprints in there, yes.
It's like I must point onto the screen when I'm telling you this, like even though it's not a touch screen.
We call it a finger magnet.
Yeah.